Welcome to the Sky Magazine coverage of the European Ultimate Championships in Copenhagen. I'm Liam Grant, accompanied by David Price here. This is our first game of the day. We have France mixed taking on Great Britain mixed. Tell us a little about the weather, David.
So yesterday, the weather was quite changeable. We had a lot of rain, and it was quite blustery at times. And eventually it did have a bit of sun even. Today we've come out and it's a lovely shining sunny day. Bit of cloud, but still a few blusters of wind, and actually we're expecting some rain later on in the day. So expect slippery discs. But here we have a matchup in the mixed division. GB versus France.
Yeah, David, definitely two contenders to win this tournament in the mixed division. We've seen really strong performances by both teams throughout the season. Yeah, we're just looking at the Great Britain roster there.
Yep, so this is quite a unique mixed team. For the first time in a long time, they've selected based on the players that are the best mixed players and those that are willing to commit to mixed for a number of years. Whereas in the past, a GB mixed team will probably comprise of those players that didn't make the women's or the open teams. So all these players, whilst they do have some affiliation to open or mixed teams, haven't played in the open or women's tour at all this year, and have been training in various places around the UK and at tournaments like Boston Invite and the Dublin Golden Cup.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, David. It's a different game mixed, and it's good to be in tune with that. You may be a good open player, but doesn't necessarily mean a good mixed player. It's a different style. You got to adjust to throwing to both men and women, and I think that's a tactic that will prove well for the GB team.
Yeah. So the management of this team centres kind of around the remainders of Cambridge mixed who went to Lecco last year. So those are players like Rich Hims, Nick Wong, Steve Colthammer, Sam Vile, and Lucy Barnes. And they ran trials over the winter and selected the team you see here. So I've already mentioned some of the standout players there, but you can also include in that number the likes of Mara Alperin, Neve Delaney, and many, many more. The names keep coming as in both seen in both teams, both in the open and the mixed division and women's divisions. So, what about the French team, Liam?
Yeah, the French team are very, very strong. Came second in the windmill windup earlier this year, and second at Dublin's Golden Cup. The Irish been the thorn in their paw so far this season, but could definitely take them. Had to do very close results. I think 15-11 in both tournaments. But a very strong team, and maybe slight favourites going into this matchup, even though GB are the #1 seed. So yeah, really exciting stuff. I'd expect to see one of these teams in the final, if not both. Yeah, they're drawing a lot of their talent from Fusilies and Is No Good. Two French clubs there. It's more typical in France to have kind of a mixed season and then an open and women's season, like it is in Ireland. So a lot of these players playing both mixed and then playing both women's and open. But yeah, a very strong mixed edition. I think they came 4th in the EUC in 2011, and they'll be looking to improve on that.
Yeah, both these teams have actually met before at the Dublin Golden Cup, and France came out the winners there. Yesterday, GB beat Hungary 17-2 and Italy 17-1. So they've had a bright start so far, only being scored on 3 times. But this game is going to be very different to those games. I mean, the French have prepared very well for this tournament, playing some tough games both against GB and against Ireland. So I'm expecting quite a cracking game, if I'm honest.
Yeah, this could be the best game we see all week. The weather's probably the best. Two really tight teams in the tops of the divisions. And yeah, it could be a very exciting game. Expect to see big things from Captain Odd Ehrman, number 11. The female player wearing the grey cap. She was fantastic at Dublin's Golden Cup where we saw her play. a real focal point of this French offense. And she's also wearing gloves and black Under Armour, so look out for her. Definitely one to watch. A lot of French supporters here in the grandstand as well. Oh, there's me. I can see myself. Where am I? Hey, look, Mom, I'm on TV.
If you want to get in contact with us here up in the commentary booth, commentary area, you can use Twitter. My Twitter handle is @David_Price. That's PRYCE, and we'll get that here on the laptop.
You see the French supporters dancing there to "I Will Survive." Yeah, we're in the Skybox. Welcome to the Skybox.
The sun has actually gone in now. It's getting a bit cold, so I might have a break in a minute. Put my trousers on. As I decided this morning it was a short stay, but I'm just going against that decision slowly.
I like the weather here in Copenhagen. I think it's a good mix, you know. If there's a team that's good in wind, they'll get a few points in wind, and then it'll go calm, then it'll go rainy. So nice balance for the teams. The French getting really excited here. Almost as good as dancing and singing as the Irish.
Almost as good as the dancing we did yesterday in the Italian game. I had to hold on to the monitor of fear of an earthquake. But there are some GB fans here as well, as we just heard. If you're having troubles with the stream, there are two links. One on Fancy and one with sporttv.fi.
Yeah, I think we've been having better success with the sporttv.fi link, so check out that one if you're having trouble with fancy.com.
So it looks like GB will be starting on defense. On the line currently, we have Sam Vile with the disc there. He's one of the captains. Isabella Ashakola, and can't see everyone. That's Charlie Still, Steve Colthammer, Mara Alperin. Oh, I can't see the N2, but GB on D, pulling now to the French.
Yeah, the French opting to have 4 men on offense there, and we see them setting up with 3 male handlers and 4 women downfield. A tactic they've used a lot in the past. Really confident in their female cutters. And then just the lads in the back run the show. And a great bid there to start off this one. Such intensity.
Lovely D there. Number 27, Catherine Ashton. Starting brightly. Sam Vile picking the disc up. Isolated Colthammer in the lane. Can't get it to him, but it's fouled on the mark. And GB there, punching that one in. And that's a break for GB, 1-0.
And Alain Le Bleu rings out in the grandstand. GB with the first score, but France with a bigger support here. We'll see how that tactic works out for France. Going 4 men this time. We'll see if the GB team will be able to match their female players down the field, because that's a huge tactic for the French. Isolate the female players downfield so there's no lads poaching off, and use that athleticism. And GB win that first battle there.
So GB clear the field, ready for the next pull. This time we've had a few new players brought on. With Niamh Delaney and Rich Taylor. And Callum Easton being brought on.
A pretty much entirely new line for the French here. Often you'll see strict O&Ds, but obviously you have 2 O-lines here, happy to switch it around. And GB come down with a zone. Looks like a fairly standard cup, just trying to contain.
Yeah, with the outside player coming in and applying the force.
Yeah.
So it was like they're forcing in the middle. And they kind of want to stop those throws, the ones that go around the side. Oh, Bevan with a big bid there.
Looks like the French player might be hurt here. Looks like he's going to hobble off. Bichon wearing the yellow headband. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's in a good way at all there.
Yeah.
He's on a heap on the ground.
I don't think it was the intention of Bevan. It was a good bid. He was definitely within a good place to make a play.
Unsalan touches it in. This cup going to be tighter. Nice big hammer across the field. Less win today, folks, so they're definitely on. Bruno Scala there, younger brother of Augustin Scala, another French player coaching the women's team. Big pivots. The GB doing very well just to contain the French. Not a lot of pressure on it. I'm still cheeky scuba there. Oh, and a great grab. Oh man. I should say Simon. Back to Scala. Good patience here by the French. Looking very solid against the zone. You wonder if GB will stick this the whole way up, and now really punching through. Looks like GB might transition. Oh, and a call is made.
Yeah, I think the call for transition has been made by the sideline here. Upfield appears to have gone man. Callum Easton here making the call.
Looks like a travel call, just from the motions the players are making.
Yeah, we're having to guess a lot of the calls from the replays. A few teams not using the woof of hand signals. This back in, and yep, it's gone to man now.
Simon finding his receiver upfield. Trying to walk this one into French, and doing so with style and ease. On another call, a pick.
A pick, and there's the woof of hand signals we want.
Yeah, I love them.
They really help us and anyone watching it at home know what's going on.
Now discussion on whether it happened before the throw and did it affect play, but it looks like it's going back.
I think the stall was quite high, but if he's over 6, he'll come back down. Looks like he's only on 4.
Simon with the disc. A lot of space in the break side, goes to Scala. Back to Simon.
Another pick.
Pick called. Maybe a bit sloppy downfield from the French, just everyone trying to get involved and cutting each other off. But still looking very much in control of the disc. Tight. Antolan driving it down the line. Parked outside the end zone. Looks off that little dish. Looking for his reset now. Getting behind the stall count. And another call. Foul call. Some of the French players using the wrong hand signal there, but I know what they meant. This is back in. Oh, and just punches that one straight in with a zippy flick from the lefty there.
Yeah, that was
Sasha.
That was a break there. Forced coming around too far, allowing that easy goal.
Yeah, along that point, especially outside the end zone, we saw the GB players really trying to poach in, get the D, and maybe just being too aggressive on the mark and ending up giving off the easy break.
So now GB come out with their O-line for the first time this game.
You see the head spike there in the replay from the French player, Unsalan, who came in for the injured player.
So GB now on offense. Dom Dathan picking up, centering to Nick Wong. Gives it to Sam. Oh, Sam Turner with a lovely grab there. Looks off the deep option. Swings it back to Wong. Wong doesn't like what he sees upfield, but eventually gets it sat. Oh, and unlucky behind the player there. France now on offense.
Yeah, France with a chance to break here. Ehrman now at the disc. Finding a receiver with a lot of pressure on him. Paul, oh, and looks like there's a call here. A foul and an uncontested one. Foul with the disc. Not much options downfield, looks for his dump. Great dump defense there by the British. Seeing Antoine now. Threading the needle there.
Yeah, I think Dom Dathan got a little touch on that.
Great grab, Pauline. Back to Ehrman. The French really using this width of the field. Oh. That one just couldn't connect. GB back on offense.
Yeah, it's a nice little option, but a bit too whippy, a bit too quick into that corner. France able to hold on to it. GB now with a second chance to hold their offense. Dom Dathan slowly picking up, bringing it to the front cone. Conning what looks like a 3-4. And that's an unexpected turnover. Dathan is normally very solid with the disc, giving the French team a short field.
Ehrman sauntering over to his disc. Been given a task of punching this one in. Let's see what she can do. She's in no rush anyway. Ehrman now. Looking downfield. Looks off the open receiver. Nice swing around. The French doing this so well. Mueller, the middleman in that three-man handler set, doing so well to keep that disc moving. Ehrman again. Looks for the break, gets it off. Monet. Back to Ehrman. Again, looking for that backhand break. Can she find someone in that gap? Up to the Monet, and it's in the end zone. Beautiful play by the French there. Great patience, using the whole width of the field and getting that score. France in the lead.
Yeah, they've undone the break there that GB got in the first point. But lovely patience by the French, took their time, swinging it back and forth. It's now 2-1 France.
It looks like a timeout call. I didn't see any hand signal, but given that GB gathered in the middle, oh no, it doesn't look like it at all.
No, they like going to the center to decide their lines, come together as a team, and then allow the line to be walking up to the line themselves.
Yeah, unusual. You see most teams, everyone going to the line and then taking a knee and discussion going like that, but a GB team choosing to send up in the middle. Maybe save the walk for a few of the players.
Over a tournament, that could be like miles.
Sure can. Unsalan with the disc here for the pull for the French.
GBO line out again once more. Wong fields to Dathan. Over to Colt Hammer. Turner comes deep and under. Takes on Dathan down the line. Oh, and a lovely cut there. Gives it to Wong instead, who breaks to Delaney. Delaney, the powerhouse in the centre there, punt captain. Gets it to Barnes. Barnes on the far sideline. Centres to Dathan. Right by the end zone now. And a foul.
Monet getting a bit physical there.
Dathan with a lovely break to Turner. The chevron action Flash boys working together there. And a nice patient bit of offense there from GB to respond to the French one the point before.
Yeah, that was a tasty inside break. You could see him looking for it, and I think it's a well-known player that he plays with. Saw his eyes, knew he wanted it, and got it for him. 2-2, this game going exactly as we expected, David, inch for inch here.
Yeah, I think the outcome of this game will just depend on who gets the breaks and exactly when. I can't see it being more than 2 or 3 to one team or the other. This is Liam Grant, David Price, commentating for Sky Magazine but working with Elisa TV from Finland. For those of you asking about when the videos will be on demand, we're hoping to get them out the day after. We're just having a few issues with formats, etc., some technical things, but we'll hopefully have the opening game and yesterday's games up at some point today.
French on offense. Simon going after this pull. To Mueller. To Marta. Set up nicely now. Oh, and a miscue there by Paul, giving GB a chance to break.
Mara Alperin, Iceni Warrior walks up the disc and oh, lovely bid. Sam Rayner there just slowed down a little bit, allowing the French defender to get a bid in. That was number 27.
Paul Equetan, the man of the miscue, gets a straight back. Great stuff from the French there. Again, working in unders. Haven't seen any deep shots from either teams really at this stage. Both playing very cautious, safe offense. Simone to Mueller. Mueller driving up line, but it's a pick called upfield. The French just constantly trying to work these unders, and with not a lot of deep cuts, they're kind of clogging that inside lane, and that's what's creating these picks. They need to use the whole field a bit more, using the width, but they're not really using the length of the field. Simone, Mueller, Marta, swinging machines, these French. Mueller just not really taking on the downfield cuts, but just keeping that disc moving as the axis handler. Pick again. The French really need to clean this up. I think a few deep cuts, David, would just open up the field for them a bit more.
Yeah, there's a lot of clogging upfield. And the handlers having to work very hard to keep onto the disc. I think GB defense is also doing a good job pushing them back now. And there's that bid again.
We see Paul Escutan, the man with the bid, on the disc again. Mazas. Oh, that one just slipping through the fingers of the French receiver. Laura.
For the first time, I like to talk about Richard Taylor, man of open bracket designed the German and GB kits. They picked up, got it to Easton. Easton to Rayner, this time attacking the disc. Rayner around to Vile, and the GB now right on the doorstep. Vile, the captain, around to Taylor. And a timeout called. It's quite an early timeout, but I quite like that call. Right on the end zone there, they can set up some sort of play.
Yeah, big chance for GB to get this break. Their offense looking a lot smoother in that point than the French. French clogging each other, a lot of picks. Maybe they're used to French play that often pick is just kind of overlooked. People kind of run around each other, but the British calling it every time. If they're impeded in any way of following their receiver, they're going to call that pick, and that's what's really slowing down the French. It's taking any momentum out of their offense, while GB could flow down the field with ease. GB having a little bit of a jig during this timeout. The 7 players isolated, having a chat what they're going to do with this. Oh, and see if they can play some tight end zone offense.
So GB now coming out of the timeout. And looks like they've come up with a vert stack. Mara Alperin in the dump position. Taylor on the disc.
Debatable in-out call.
Doesn't appear to be an obvious isolation at the moment. Taylor gets it to Easton. Now on that near sideline. Bit of jigging from Taylor. Around to Alperin. Alperin across to Vile. Oh, not able to get it to him. Bit too high. Vile's bid not viable.
Yes, exactly, David. That one, the wind is blowing into the grandstand at the moment so that one just catching the wind a bit and a bit too zippy. The French picking up again. Well, let's get down the first deep shot we've seen here. Reeling that one in. French looking a bit better now. Labe catching that deep shot, going for it again. Gets up, no bother, and a bit of contact here, and he's going to call the foul. Again, not using the wolf hand signal, making an X in front of his chest. That is the old hand signal. It's now one arm across the other. Also looks like you're taking a shot, shooting up.
Does a little bit, yeah. Yeah, the cross above your head is actually the offside call.
Yeah. Simone again. Oh, and a hand block. You saw that one coming.
Callum Easton there is getting. I could see him getting a lot closer on the force and eventually getting his dues there. Alperin picks up, gets it to Vile, centres to Easton, although Big Good got in the way there a little bit. Sorry, Asher Collier got in the way there. Easton goes deep to Vile, who bids and oh, it's a bit too far. The wind pushing the disc away. Yet again, not viable.
That violent wind just catching the disc and pulling it away from him.
We can have some fun with Sam's name, but that was a very good bid by Sam. Captain putting a good performance in early on.
Violent effort there from the player.
So France having to work again from their own end zone.
Yeah, nice break. Muller just looks as solid as a rock for this French team. Oh. And that one behind. Nobody's able to pick that one up. GB a chance again.
It looked like they were rushing a bit there, not really taking their time. I think they really want to. They're really trying to score this game. Yeah, score in this game quickly, rather. But score currently 2-2, although the scoreboard has fallen off the screen. Taylor goes all the way around to Easton, and a lovely option for GB to score 3-2. GB.
Momentum definitely with the British right now. They look tight. They're playing well, David. The French, I think, struggling to cope with the athleticism of some of those GB players. Down the field, they just can't get free, and the steadily handlers of Muller and Simon don't have much options and eventually throwing it away. Seems like France have definite lines here, not necessarily O or D, but the same players maybe playing together in pods. I think it seems like they have almost 3 lines separate from each other, regardless of O and D. Let's see replay of this goal. Just a beautiful buttery biscuit over the top.
Got a lot of support here from the French on the right of the screen as you look from the middle, and a lot of British contingent here in front of us. Not quite as vocal, very British way of watching, and they'll just chip in at the appropriate time. Got a big support for both teams. I believe both teams are actually entered into all divisions, all 5 divisions.
Wow.
So some big squads here for these two nations. Vile pulling.
French picking it up. Oh man. Oh, another blunder from the French there.
Bevan there, the lovely bid. Probably put his French opponent off a little bit there. Alperin picking up. Centres to Vile. Across to Matt Bevan. Chevron Action Flash legend. Currently playing in the mixed squad, and a call on the mark.
Was that his choice to play mixed, or didn't get the open team, David?
No, I think he actually chose. I think he entirely chose to play mixed.
I would have thought he's such a strong player.
Yeah, but he's allowing some of the younger players to play open. There are many a Chevron player still on the open squad. Gets it to Alperin, who gets it down the line to Mike Noblet. A lovely throw there down the line to 27. Catherine Ashton now stuck on this far sideline though. She goes all the way around to Bevan, who gets the greatest off. Oh, but no one there, just a French player.
French player choosing not to walk this one out of the end zone and get the disc moving quickly. Greatest attempt there. The wind not helping him out though. Man. You see the French trying to go for this quick transition, because when GB gets set up, they're squeezing them hard.
You can see Matthew Bevan there poaching off as well. He's baiting for a layout.
Oh, and a great poach there again from the GB players.
Helen Swan on the disc. Sorry, Swan Thompson on the disc. Goes lofty to Ashton, who resets to Bevan. And Noblet free in the end zone.
Looks like a foul call. Oh
no, they've given it. And GB score 4-2.
Yeah, we see the GB defense as being gargantuan there, really sucking in tight. They could see that the French are just trying to work the unders the whole time, so downfield defense really helping each other out, poaching off. Other handlers coming in tight and just squeezing that open underside channel, taking away all that option, and that's the only one the French are looking for. They need to look maybe more hammers, more deep shots, be more creative, and go for the aggressive throw. Otherwise, GB is going to keep squeezing them in that. A bit of a choke in Hagen here for the French.
Indeed. GB want to be careful. If they keep sitting under, they are going to get beaten deep. And this French team do have that capability. So, whilst they're playing good D now, and they are playing very good D now, they have to be aware that they may have to change something later in the game. Unlucky with Matthew Bevan there. A nice attempted greatest. Ooh, he might have been down.
I think he was
down anyway. And that French player could have walked forward. I don't know why she didn't bring it forward.
I can tell you why he didn't, because she knew as soon as that defense gets set up, they were going to squeeze them tight.
Well, at least take the yards that you're given, right?
See Niamh Delaney there wearing the Golden Cup headband in his timeout. I'm presuming Niamh has some Irish heritage, considering her name.
I believe so, yeah.
We might try and wiggle her on a few Irish teams in the future. Good one to chalk down.
I think she might, I'm not sure where in Ireland, north or south, but she definitely studied in Scotland before playing for the punt. I think she lives in Oxford. And last year playing for Cambridge Mixed.
I bet my hat that she's from the north if she's studying in Scotland.
Yeah.
Many of the Northern Irish people choosing to study in Scotland. Just a short trip over the pond. More universities there, and they are part of the UK. And we have two lads on the Irish Open team who would have been from the north, went over to the UK to study and played Ultimate there and still live there, but are playing for the Irish team. And that's kind of common from the lads in the north.
We're being told off for saying the word buttery again by Nick Smith. He doesn't like the word. Sorry, Nick. Can't help it. These guys are throwing some great backhands. And a question from Christian Illum. Is there a minimum when it comes to how many girls you have to have on the team? Well, on the line, you have to have a minimum of 3. And of course, you can go up to 4. But in terms of the whole squad, I don't believe there's any minimum requirement. You just have to be sensible, I guess.
Yeah. No, no minimum requirement. Just need to have 3 girls on the line, or 4 if the offense calls it.
And you'll see that call with 2 arms above their head, stretched out. That's 4 guys. And then clasped between 2 fists, that's 4 girls. GB pulling just out there. That might work into their favour, giving them the ability to set their defence and be nice and tight. Personally, personally not a fan of pulling out, but in this sense it might work as it has been previously for the Brits.
Not a fan of pulling out, David. Good to know. Salan picking up the stick. French using a first stack now, and again, GB kind of clamming that, coming down with a bit of a zone. This might suit the French a bit more, I'd say, if GB choose to stick with his zone.
Being told here by Joanne Kearns, one of the Pump players and Cambridge players, that Niamh is actually definitely Scottish. She's from one of the islands.
Ah, the islands.
The good old islands.
The biggest Scottish island being Ireland.
True, but no, probably something like Shetland or Orkney.
Okay.
But you can see why we'd be confused. A name like Niamh.
Well, we'll still try and steal her anyway.
And I knew she went to a Scottish university. But GB's zone here, giving the French a bit of trouble.
I think this will suit the French more. What was really killing their offense was those picks and whatnot. So I think the zone will suit them. And there they go for a buttery biscuit as well. I'll say it if they throw it, folks. That one a beauty.
Yeah, just taking advantage there of Helen Swan-Thompson not being quite as tall as some of the other players, throwing just over her for the goal. France holding their offense this time. 4-3 GB. Okay.
91 Canal there with the assist to Monet.
Just as expected, this game very tight. And the crowd, the French crowd in particular, winning the supporting fight though. French also pulling out. Nick Wong jogging up to pick it up. A lot more crowd coming in now and trying to enjoy this game. Wong bricking the disc. He has Dathan as his dump. Delaney, Turner. Colt Hammer, and here we have it, Colt Hammer on the disc, but a travel called. So Wong back on the brick mark. Looks like the French have got a zone, but it still gets it to Colt Hammer. Colt Hammer finds Wong to Turner. Back to Wong. Wong fakes a deep. Dathan comes in. Back to Wong. These two worked together a lot on Cambridge Mixed last year in Lecco with a fantastic first half against Dragon Thrust. Wong across to Dathan. These two working well here again. Turner. To Colt Hammer. Back to Dathan. Not seeing much of the girls so far. To Wong. Back to Dathan. Now Delaney getting involved. Oh, and a lovely toss there for Anna Koshka.
Yeah, beautiful throw there, a little high release. The left-handed player threading the needle there, fantastic throw. Orgasmic stuff from Niamh Delaney.
Yeah. Once they get involved, these girls are very good players, and it was a little bit male heavy there for the beginning, but I think they were just trying to isolate the likes of Cole Hammer and Dathan until they get near the end zone where the girls can come into their own and use their powers to get the goals.
Yeah, the girls taking care of business there at the end there. Niamh with a cheeky break. French going down with 4 women on offense again.
Oh, another pull there, Richard Taylor pulling. And that also landing out. Taking on a bit of a different option there with the high backhand. I've just had a tweet from David Sparks, he's one of the game advisors, saying that there actually is the minimum for female players in your roster. If you look in the WFDF Appendix B1.1.1, I did not know this. I think this is probably a new addition. I also had a message from Stephanie Bolton, a player in Uganda, saying the same, but she wasn't sure if it was actually written down. But there you go. Game advisors advising us even here, even whilst we're not actually using them at this tournament.
The Lemony game advisor sent, making its way to Copenhagen. Scala with the disc. Again, 3 men back with 4 women upfield. And the pick is called.
But did it affect play?
It did happen quite a while ago.
Fair enough.
I think it happened 2 or 3 passes ago.
I should at least go to the pass after the fact.
The female player, number 33 for GB, signaling pick with her hands, and then as soon as the disc turned over, her arms quickly dropped and was happy to continue. But I think this one will go back.
Yeah, it happened quite a while ago. I was too busy watching the play. French player checking the wind as if he didn't already know.
Yeah. Dubert there. Maybe we'll see a hook coming. He's just eyeing it up.
Yeah, I think we've only seen one of those from the French in this game.
Yeah, and it was a success, so maybe somebody should try more.
Oh, what a nice bid there from 1-2. The girls getting very close on defense here.
Dubert going up line, this one hanging up. Does well to read it. Looking the ends are now. Scala. The cheeky round, backhand not in yet. Oh, and it's a goal for the French. Great layout grab. Fingertip catch.
And France evening up, 5-all. GB had some lovely bids in there, but weren't able to convert them into blocks.
A lot of getting horizontal there for that goal.
Sorry, it's 5-4 GB. My apologies.
Better offense there from the French team. Bit more aggressive cutting for the girls and keeping their spacing a little better.
Another tweet here. This is from Jonathan Saunders, saying we haven't mentioned the Dathan effect. This is a real thing, a physical phenomenon. When Dathan gets the disc, everything slows to half speed. You just watch the way he fakes. It looks like it's really slow, but and then it'll suddenly go quickly, and it'll break you like a giant with tinder. And here he is now. There's the Dathan effect. Slow fake. Gets it to Barnes. Barnes down the line to Dathan. Dathan isolated, but finds Turner. Turner on this far sideline and takes on the deep shot to Delaney. But in comes number 74, Susanna Biggood. stealing that goal off Delaney. I think she'd given up a little bit. Bidgood making sure. 6-4 GB.
Bidgood, yeah, just having a better read on the disc, able to come across. Hard one for Delaney to get to. I don't know if she would have got there if she still went full throttle, but maybe a call from her GB partner to let that one off her. She had it, no problem.
Yeah, it was well run down by Bidgood. And a fantastic ultimate name, if I'm honest. Susanna Bidgood.
She's not bid great now, but she's bid good.
She's bid good. Maybe she will bid good later.
I feel that name is almost too obvious for fun. You know?
What do you mean? No such thing. The world's a pun, no?
They just write themselves. There's no creativity there. What do you want?
Heinz. Getting some banter here from Lewis Glover in the crowd. Yet again. The GB Masters team watching, women's Masters all here watching to support their compatriots. But France now on offense.
Back to Simone. The ever swinging French. Patiently moving it up. Liking his zone look from GB. Again, there's a call in the field. Maybe a travel, I'm not entirely sure. But we will go back to Simone. Little 3-man cup here from the GB team. Allowing passes backwards, but really shutting down the upfield throws. And the wind has picked up a little bit here, so that's a good option, I think, for GB.
Especially with a giant like Colt Hammer.
Yeah, the French keeping possession, but not moving the disc upfield. And you wonder how long they can keep this up. A chance to go upfield now, and they take it. 91 Canal. Back to De Beer. We see a call here. Looks like it's going to transition to man. Chance to cram it in. They don't go for it. Patient as always. De Beer using the whole wit. A little scuba over the top, sugar-coated. Simone. Yards away from that goal line. Look at that space. Threads the needle, and it's a goal.
Mike Noblet there was very close to the D. Should have got off his feet. But the French player there ripped it from his grasp.
Yeah, just getting her hands to disc on time. Brilliant grab.
Score here 6-5 to GB. Half will be 9 in points, as the total cap is 17. Some information on Callum Easton, who actually is one of the Scottish players on this team and has had to travel up to 6 hours to training, and not even complaining when other players who come from nearby complain about their travel time. So in total, something near 100 hours spent traveling to and from training.
I know that's a sickener. I know for myself, to train with my team Pelt at home, I drive an hour and a half there for 2-hour training and an hour and a half back, and it's not ideal. I spend more time driving than training, so I feel that man's pain.
GB now on offense. Wong gets it to Turner. Back to Wong. We're seeing this isolation between Wong and Dathan. Oh, and he didn't like the long shot from Turner. But Koshka able to save Dathan. Who she gives it back to now. Across to Wong. Wong goes around to Turner, who's able to have a second bid, but he was out, came back in. Should have taken one step in and then caught it.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to easily toe that one in, but obviously lost it. Erman setting it deep. Beautiful flick, put on a plate for a receiver. Van Son with the goal.
And now France equal it up, 6-all. A very back and forth game so far. Neither team taking more than a couple points lead.
Yeah, GB probably looking stronger overall. Just a little slip up there and the French punish straight away.
Yep. Yeah, very well played there by the French. Just 2 passes for the goal.
Erman with that feathery flick. She's been doing a lot of work on the French D-line as well. Often poaching in the lane, shutting down downfield options. She hasn't really got the Ds, but she's really cut off a lot of things and doing some fantastic work for the French team.
This is Liam Grant and David Price here, commentating for Sky Magazine, working in partnership with Elisa.tv, who are running the production. If you want to get in contact with us, we are available on Twitter at David_Price, PRYCE. We've got the laptop up here. We'll read out some of your shout outs, tweets, questions, potential answers for our questions. The GB here looking to hold their offense. Wong with an isolated Colt hammer. Oh, and almost a honey pass there to Barnes. Delaney streaking across. Resets to Wong. Now back with Dathan. Turning straight to Wong. And Koska takes the inside to Delaney. To 74, to then to Koska and to Dathan on the end zone line now. Goes to the lefty to Wong. A cheeky little goal there. Dathan to Wong is a connection we're going to see all game. GB up 7-6.
A masterclass in offense there by the British. It was so smooth and silky. Really hard cutting, especially from Niamh Delaney downfield. Some crisp passing, and if they can play every point like that, no team can stop them here this tournament.
Yeah, those are the sort of points you need to get loads of in the bank. Get that muscle memory and the playing time together, and you will always be unstoppable on offense. First time on the pitch here for Robert White of Leeds. GB now out on D against the ferocious French.
Dubert with the disc. Hits Scala eventually. Getting some yards with the swings now. Ooh. Just about saved that one. Monet. Back to Dubert. Looking deep, looking it off. Not much options now. Eventually sending it. Scala under this one. A lot of pressure. Oh, does well to get his hands in it. Great body position by Scala, the big man. Taking it down.
Yeah, Robert White there getting on the wrong side. He really wants to get on the inside on the inside track there, so he can put a bid in. If he's going to come over the top, he's more likely to foul or strip even. And the French had the advantage the whole way for that point.
Yeah, Bruno just able to body him out there. Didn't really have to jump and attack to this, but had the right position, and that's 9/10 of the law in this game.
We're getting more banter from John Saunders. You will have already noticed that we're seeing a lot of the Wong Turner Dathan show. But in general, the principle is if Wong is on the ball, Turner is open. There's a very strong connections here through the Cambridge ultimate scene. Wong, Turner, Barnes, Dathan, Delaney, Colthammer, all playing for the team that went to Lecco last year. I probably missed them all. I can't quite see them on the field. Oh, Vile, he also went to went.
Surprised you didn't get a Wong Turner pun in there somewhere.
Oh.
So many options to play with.
We'll come back to the puns. Oh, and a short pull there by the French. Not only just over half. Can GB capitalise on this? And just as mentioned, here's the Wong Turner principle. Turner looking deep to Barnes. Oh, just floating out. Well, I say just. A good 10 metres out the back of the end zone there. Turner not really firing well there from that flick side.
Bit too much of Coleman's mustard on that one.
Yeah. Nice British reference there, Mr. Grant. So France now with a chance to break. Bit good on the force.
Airman walking it up with the grey cap on. Great pressure from the GB defense and get this one.
Wong there. Running in, working the offense now. And there we have it, Turner with a goal. And the Wong Turner principle, not Wong this time.
Oh, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Wong, this was absolutely fantastic there. Getting the D. Beautiful faking. Had the French in a disarray. They were left in a heap on the ground after he faked every player on the field out of it. Great stuff from him.
Yeah. After the Turner turn, Wong made sure.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
But Vive la Resistance, the French still in this one. Just a point down.
Here's the replay of the goal. Wong taking control.
Watch these fakes, just.
Even Delaney thought she'd been missed out there.
Yeah.
GB up 8-7. The wind here still blustering in through the camera towards the stands here. Far with the pull.
This goes up for the French. A ball in the air. Oh, and a great defensive play by the British.
Yeah, Robert White there got it right this time. Was on the inside. I think maybe he heard my commentary. Got the position early. I got the bid in at the perfect time.
Sasha getting up and getting high, but didn't have position and couldn't get that one. Simon slipping before getting that disc back, and then it's being sent straight away to Sasha. Just can't get up and over his defender.
So on the field, Bevan with the disc. Oh, and Mara Alperin getting up the line. Ooh, almost getting D'd there from the poached French defender.
I think everyone could see
Foul.
her but her.
A foul called. Alperin leading from the back. Across to Vile in the middle of the pitch, almost exactly to Bevan. Bevan goes deep to Robert White. Oh, and he toes the line. bookends for Robert White, and the half for GB 9-7.
White plucking that one out of stars. What a fantastic point for him. He'll be delighted with himself, and that's what a way to take half, David.
Yeah, the Chevron action flash player Robert White there, making sure on D at this far left end, and towing in at the right end there. Bookends. There'll now be a couple of minutes for the half, where we'll have a bit of a break. Join us for the second half of this mixed division pool play matchup between Great Britain and France. Is Anya Koshka, as in Anya has a disc. It's gonna Welcome back here to the second half of GB Mixed versus France Mixed. GB currently up 9-7. And GB are now starting on offense. And France get that pull in. Wong centres to Dathan. Apologies there. To Colehammer. Colehammer fakes the deep. Well marked out by the French there, but Dathan, incredible speed in his first few steps there, gets free down the line. Doesn't like Wong's reset. Oh, but takes on a beautiful break to Colehammer, who goes deep to Turner. Reels it in now on the doorstep. Dathan is entirely free. And there he is for the goal. Dominic Dathan. Easy offense by GB there. Straight out of half, up 10-7.
Yeah, and maybe lucky not to be up more, or maybe not to be more clinical, because at the moment they look the far better team, especially in offense. French struggling, GB just moving with grace and finesse. And the French need to pull up the socks if you want to get back in this one, David.
Yeah, they're now 3 points down, trading a couple breakdown. And the GB offense definitely looking a lot smoother, I'd say. And also applying on defense a large amount of pressure on the French offense, stifling a lot of the options that they want.
Yeah, really utilizing that break side, the British. Flinging it up at will and then punching that one in. French choosing to have 4 women on the line again. Last time we saw this, they did score their own points, so let's see if they can do it again.
Richard Taylor pulling in.
Oh, that one absolutely beautiful. Pinning the French back in their end zone. Doing well to progress it up. This one hanging in the air. Plenty of lads under it. Huge grab. Oh my word. How did he get up there?
I think he sat on Noblet.
Well, I thought that was just a fantastic grab by Sasha. Minion and it's known. Absolutely out of this world. Getting huge. I don't know, a lot of people under the disc. I think that one's a fair grab.
Yeah, I think they've declined any call there.
Yeah, good spirit there by the British. Yeah, can't wait to see a replay of that one. Deep shot is there. Oh, that one just too blady and easily taken down by the British.
Bevan now to Noblet. Oh, and a miscommunication in the middle between the girls and Noblet there. So France giving the disc back.
That wind gusting up again, maybe causing those few little turnovers. Ehrman in the handler set now. We see 2 girls back handling as opposed to the 3 men we saw before. Maybe this work a little better for the French. Lauda looking for a dump. Gets that high flick off. Send this to Ehrman. Had to go high for that one. Oliver. Ehrman. I'm liking seeing Ehrman in this central handler role with the guys cutting downfield. And a little bump there by Bevan. No harm done. Ehrman swinging again. If this was the European Swinging Championships, I think the French would win it handily.
No comment there. A little tweet here from Ali Smith saying that she's loving the Dathan Wong Turner connection, but would love to see the girls getting involved more, and I agree. Definitely the way to win mix is to have, yes, obviously to have strong male connections, but the women will be what win and lose you games. So, and these girls are good, so I would like to see more of them getting more involvement from them.
Sasha looking off the hammer there, jams it up the line and a huge grab. Great point by the French. One of the GB players very far away from the play, calling it out, but that one clearly in from where I was sitting.
And that kind of proves my point. Girls can win you mixed. Some lovely bid there from the French player.
Yeah, the GB women doing really well to poach on defense, but not getting involved in offense as much as they'd like, I'd say. And the French using the women. Oh, we see that grab again. Sasha getting big. That one just absolutely fantastic. Different angle here. Wow. Air alert. Getting huge.
They did have some contact in there, but I think.
Yeah, definitely a debate there for a foul, but a great play nonetheless. And a silky smooth flick to the side and clearly inbounds.
GB now on offense. Dathan receiving. Both teams now working out these pulls to great effect. Dathan to Koska. To Barnes. Swings across the Colt hammer. Just as we hope now, the girls getting involved more. Koska gets the reset. Takes on the break to Dathan. Lovely play there between the two of them. Koska coming back. Straight away to Barnes. Nice gainer there. Offset to Wong. Doesn't like the down the line for Colehammer. Does like the around to Dathan, but oh, and a nice bid by Delaney in the backup, but neither able to keep hold of the disc. France now with a chance to break. Currently down 10-8.
Unsalan picking it up. French in a bird stack. Not a lot of options. Flings it deep. Good position by the British defense.
Yep, Wong getting that one on D. Gets it to Dathan straight away. To Colt Hammer. Oh, and a repeat of the previous reset there. This going high and above all the GB players. So France come down and call a timeout.
Yeah, Vanson blocking that one out of the air. A fantastic snatch. Good play from the French there.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe again the GB team heard us. There are definitely more of the girls getting involved. Trying to play the, you're seeing a teammate, not a gender. And unfortunately not able to get their resets working, and a lot of flow disc going up, giving it straight back to the French. As we see there, the two replays of both those mistimed resets.
Phenomenal ups on display there from the French team, 2 points in a row. Swinging his arm at that one.
Couple of points into this half. Not quite sure who's got in control or where the momentum's going. But whoever can come out of this might come away with the win.
Great Britain looking really sharp. I've seen them play a couple of times this season and they've just got better and better and better. And currently the Irish mixed team would be favourites to win the tournament, but
no bias involved there.
No bias involved. Hey, look at the stats. 1 Wimbledon wind-up, 1 the Golden Cup. Beating both these teams here. Be hard to call them anything else but the favourites. Just point out on Twitter, I do not have a Twitter account, so I don't know who Ultimate Liam is, but don't be giving him any favourites or likes or anything like that, because it doesn't deserve them.
The other Liam is contactable, who's at @Skyd_Liam Rosen. But here up in the stands with me and
that's a different Liam.
And me and no Twitter Liam Grant.
Twitterless Liam.
Which definitely should be a parody account. Seamus Murray, please start that. Anyway, France here on offense. Oh, of course, the pick is called. Yep, sorry to finish the sentence that you can contact us through David_Price, PRYCE. That's my Twitter account. Getting a bit of a conversation between me, Liam Kelly and Ali Smith about mixed the IOC, but
Pauline sending it deep. Neve Delaney in chase. Bit of contact there. It doesn't look like anything is called.
it's a very nice bit of defense there by Neve, getting a hand in and a bid, saving her team there from a break.
Yeah, the outstretched canal just couldn't gather that one up.
Getting a bit cold up here in the stands, and the wind is still blustering across. Me and Liam having to be penguins a little bit. So Wong for Colt Hammer isolated. Oh, he throws it straight into the French legs. The froggy legs there. Of 24.
Grover, yeah, there doing well. You see him on the disc now. Quavu unable to connect on that one.
I'm getting a lot of tweets from John Saunders. I can't mention them all, and I think some of them are jokes anyway. But maybe if you give me a real fact, I'll.
Disc goes up. This one hanging.
And here is Steve Colhammer. Huge in the air. The number 50 for GB. Previous Death or Glory and Ironside player. Showing his worth. 11-8 to GB.
Hungry like a shark there. Getting up and grasping that one against his French counterpart. Absolutely fantastic grab. We see the replay of that layout there. Surprised the French player didn't call a foul on that one. And then as we see this hook hanging in the air. But argy-bargy gets up and takes that one down.
Having a tweet here from Javin Lee. He's suggesting that it's too bad that Buttery Biscuit handle is already taken on Twitter. Unlucky Liam.
Maybe it's a frosty flick, I don't know.
I'm sure we can come up with something that will be more catchy and frisbee oriented for Liam.
I think Twinder, is Twinder taking?
Twinder really hasn't taken yet. You haven't really, well, firstly you need to make the app.
Well, I'm wondering is the handle taken?
Oh, I'll have to look at it, but you have to use it as well. We're not just going to make it for you if you don't use it.
Oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm talking about a parody account here.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll see what Seamus is going to...
Twitter list till the day I die.
Which is unhelpful in this instance. Oh, and Bevan with another bid there.
Out of air. To there. French moving well now. This one quite high. Oh, and some contact there. I think it'll be an uncontested foul.
It was Charlie Still there. Came over the top.
Yeah, good pressure, but just didn't really have an angle to make a play on that disc. And back in for the... No, not back in yet. Okay, Neil Nobile now, better known as Knobs on the disc. We have a couple of knobs on the field.
Wow, we went there.
Dubert. Erman. Good fake there by Dubert, getting free. Oliver.
Oh, unlucky.
And a great bid by Knobs, but just couldn't get her fingertips to it.
Some very quick play there by the French. Yet again, probably a bit too quick for some of their receivers. But Vile picks up and takes a deep option to Bevan. Can Bevan reel it in? No, the wind there taking it away from him. Not able to finalise that goal. That would have been another break there. But GB still up 11-8.
Bevan looking a bit clunky running that one down. Probably not known as the deep receiver on this team. I think me and Pricey would have gathered that one up, no bother. Crutches and all.
Yeah, but together we would make a like 12-foot person. So we would have got anything.
How many feet do you have, Percy?
France now trying to work out of their end zone.
'Cause I'm down to 1 at the moment, so.
Okay, I'll be the feet. You can be the head and hands.
I definitely got a big one of them anyway.
Oh, VAR very close there for the bid, and a foul called.
Yeah, I think just a bit of incidental contact there. Simone on the disc.
Yeah, same place, 2 people.
Dubert. Oh, and that one not so incidental.
That was late. I think he had a lot of momentum coming into that, and that's probably a bit dangerous.
I think Bevan is apologizing here.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's much else he can do. I think he knows he's in
He
the
could.
wrong.
I think he could have slowed down and just got a force on. There are times when you have to make a decision between bidding and just getting a force on, and there he was just a bit late.
Whoa, yeah.
And didn't think about applying a force, which is probably more effective at that point in time.
He's not a small man either. Dubert. Flinging this one deep. A good shot. It's up again. Is that the buttery biscuit he needs? And a goal for France! Allez les Bleus!
Yeah, very well worked out of that corner. They were under a lot of pressure from the GB defence up in this far corner. But once they'd broken out, it was very hard for the British to catch up. And a good goal there by the French. 11-9 now to GB.
The bruised and beaten Labert chasing that one down. Casual as a cat there, going up with one hand.
And a nice fact we've got here from Dan Godbold. His fiancée Anna Koska is the least educated of the GB mixed team with a mere BSc. I know there are a lot of people with PhDs and masters in ultimate. A large amount of them also here on the GB mixed team.
Not me.
Not everyone needs one. Just happens to be a large proportion of ultimate players. Dathan stops the pull, gets it to Wong. Guess who? Isolated Turner. Bidgood coming under, but gets it to Barnes. Barnes to Dathan. Dathan, ooh, and Neve just slowing down a little bit, not able to hold on to that disc. France now with a chance to break.
See him again. And Celine sending one into the skies and taken down. Pop pass, and it's a goal, France! Oh, and a pick is called. Oh, I didn't see any pick there, David, did you?
No, I'm not sure about that. I don't know who was picked by whom. Maybe we'll see in a replay at some point, but
Yeah, I don't think the man scored was definitely not being closely marked.
no, you can see by where Nick Wong is. That's his defender.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't agree with that pick call. She was coming out to help the other British player out, but was not closely marked. And man, it's a goal for France. Well deserved. Unsalan. 2 scores there for a row for the French. 11-10 now, David.
And that's a break for the French. A little bit too much isolating of the handlers meant that Daith had to take on a reset a bit of a late stall count reset. And the French defender had read it perfectly and got through and took the disc off of GB.
Yeah, great play by Celine Antoine there. The number 8 jersey.
We're currently 82 minutes through this game. Game to 100 minutes. And now GB on O. Need to hold on to this point. It's quite. I think it's quite a key point of this game. If they can hold on to this break they have now. Holthammer to Turner. Doesn't like the deep look from Barnes. Two handers coming back. And a call on the play. I think it's a fast count. It's coming in 6.
Yeah, I think Minion there. A marking infraction was called. I don't think he acknowledged it or didn't use the stall count. So the British player having to stop play now will come in on 6, I think.
Upfield is quite deep. He's only really got Wong or Dathan in the reset. Oh, we're on the stream. I wonder why. Liam was waving his hands there. We're looking a bit cold in the stands at the back there. Turner eventually gets the reset to Dathan. The nice backhand across to Wong. Gets it to Barnes. Barnes goes inside, but there's no one there, and it's turfed.
And a chance to level it up now, the French. Got a bit of momentum here. Poivu picking this one up. Muller and Ehrman back with him.
Oh, Dathan poached there in the lane. Well played. Koska, she's going to cost you to Turner.
I think Pricey was waiting a little while to use that one. GB doing that all day. Lagging off on the handler marks and shutting down those lanes. And the French need to be aware of that. That was a big chance to break, and they threw it away, David.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, this point very key in the outlook of the whole game. With only 15 minutes left to go, you need to hold on to your breaks, and France need to grab them back. But GB looking more dominant at this point. So now GB pushing out their D-line. Can they get another break? Can France grab some back? Stay tuned, folks. Here with Liam Grant, David Price, Sky Magazine, working with Elisa TV on the production here at the European Ultimate Championships in Copenhagen.
France on offense. Scala bobbling that one on the ground, eventually setting up. Looks like that zone again from GB. Kind of a cup with a kind of a forced middle look. Again, we've seen the French play through this quite easily, and I expect them to do the same.
Yeah, and especially with the wind, it's not quite as strong as we've had earlier, or gustier as we've had earlier today and yesterday. I'd expect the French to be able to work through this very well. I say as the French handlers.
Yeah, Scala with a matrix catch there. You see him again. Not a lot of movement from downfield. The handler is looking comfortable though. Slowly getting here. Oh! Spoke too soon. Too much pate on the baguette this morning, I'd say, on that one.
Yeah, and Sam Rayner did well. He came in, made it difficult. And there's Sam Rayner straight away taking on the break. It's a big good. Oh, and she reels it in for the goal, and that's 13-10 GB. From something to nothing there, GB getting the block and the goal within one pass.
Yeah, the French very close to being level moments ago and find themselves 3-0 down. Sorry, 3 behind. 3 behind with not a lot of time left on the clock. But
you never know this game. Game of Thrones. We've seen teams come back from bigger deficits. Coming up in our next stream game is the Germany-France women's division game. Germany, current Wimbledon champions, beating Russia there. It will be a very good game. That'll be commentated by the Liams. Liam Grant and Liam Rosen.
Yeah, Liam squared on that one.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hopefully I'll have some time to warm up, some lunch in me. Liam's got to cope another hour and a bit to stay warm. Looks like there's a timeout. We didn't see any indication of one on the pitch.
Yeah, it appears so. I think it was called by the French.
I think this game's gone, Liam. In short.
Really well, a great battle here. And I wouldn't be surprised if these teams met again for the online competition, or even in the final. Two powerhouses of the mixed division getting it on here on field 2. I actually quite like the GB kit. I think you said it's made by Open Bracket. Is that the
Yeah, the guy holding the disc here is Richard Pringle Taylor. He designs many things, websites, kit, and if you look at Open Bracket to Ultimate, you'll see a lot of the designs he's done for national teams, club teams. He's even done the Show Games logo, so that's one of his pieces.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. It's a big dog. Yeah, he designed this kit. Yeah. You can see on show here, and the German national kit that you would have seen yesterday on the stream, and you'll probably see again later on.
Yeah, in many ways I'd love to trade for one of the GB long sleeves, but I consider it sacrilegious in my country.
And also, the GB players don't like getting rid of them either.
Scala safe as a house under that disc. In the spot of honor now, though, puts it out into space. Oh, and a great layout from Unsalan. Looking to jack it deep now. Oh, what a D!
Richard White crackers there. Gets the D, and assist. GB up 14-10 now. A lovely goal there for number 2, Claire Still. And some lovely defense as well by Robert White.
Yeah, the French handlers never looked comfortable for a second there. Fantastic defensive pressure from the British, and a well-deserved turn and goal.
They were struggling just to get it away between the two of them, let alone upfield. Nice pressure from Richard Taylor and Robert White. So with around 9 minutes left, GB are up 4.
I'd be betting some gelato right now that we'll be seeing this GB and Irish team facing off in the final, and me and you hectically commentating it.
Yeah, that could be an interesting game, especially the way GB have started this tournament.
Yeah.
I've been very impressed with their play in this game. After losing to both France and Ireland in the Golden Cup to come third, they've definitely stepped up here in Copenhagen.
Really sending out a strong message to all the teams in this mixed division. I feel like they must have been missing players at Golden Keg. That may be one of the reasons why they weren't as strong. Simone with the disc down. GB employing the zone again, or at least having some double coverage. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a poach in the open lane by the looks of it. Maybe a bit of an arrowhead. Yeah, it's a bit of an arrowhead.
Nice little high release flick. Working it up now. There. Muller. Oliver, spicy hammer, and it's a goal! Number 8, Celine Antoine with a great goal. You feel France could do with a bit more hammers and stuff there. They're really going for the short play, and GB squeezing and squeezing and squeezing that. Okay, they might not work every time, but they're going to open up the field for you and allow you to play the offense you want to.
So the score here is 14-11 to Great Britain. If you want to get in contact with us up here, it's the best option is David_Price on Twitter, PRYCE. We've had a few tweets throughout the game. And time is ticking down now for the French. Currently 3 points down. GB on offense now. Another short pull by the French. Wong takes his time, walks up to the disc. Again, isolating Turner. He's gone deep. And that's it, that's 15-11. Wong to Turner. Making sure one pass ultimate.
Crispy clean offense there from the British. Looking so smooth and silky all day long. And I don't know if the French have it in them to get back in this one.
Yeah, it's almost insurmountable with 3 minutes or so left of the game. Sorry, 5 minutes left of the game. And at the current score, 15-11, GB needs to score 2 more to win the game in the points gap. So GB Samvar pulling, getting it a lot further than the French.
French down offense, Erman. The player they need to take hold of this game. And a call. Unsalan on the disc. Casually swinging, moving up the field to Knobs. Back to Erman. Oh, and a bad drop there from the French.
Alperin picking up straight away, getting it to White, who gets high. Oh, the conservation of greatness there. Not able to get that break to the GB player.
Yeah, Erman doing well there to close down that lane. France progressing up the field. Only 1 or 2 cutters moving upfield now. You just stretch this field. Someone going deep now. There it is. There's the puck. A pick called.
Decline that.
Ooh, interesting. If it happened before the throw, David, I think it still stands. Yeah, looks like this one's going back.
Yeah.
Good option there by the French.
Looks like it was very clearly a pick, though.
Yeah. They're not great at keeping the throwing lanes clean, this French team.
So back with France on offense. He just wants a deep shot.
This goes up. This one overthrown. pick was called, but I'm pretty sure this should be a turnover.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't. They carried on playing.
Yeah,
Does
and
not affect.
the pick did not affect play at all there. Antoine trying to argue otherwise, but yeah, I think that's been called a turnover.
That's fair. Alpern now picking up. One of the only remaining players from the previous GB mixed squad from the Europeans and Worlds. Now on to Bevan. Fakes the deep shot, but goes down the line. Oh, and Max it to Sam Vile! And he goes all the way around to White, and another conservation of greatness moment there.
Yeah.
Vile taking on a harder option around.
GB fantastic at conserving that greatness. Just leveling it out when they have to.
I think we've got a hole in our vial of greatness. Just dripping out the bottom.
French, we need to hammer this point home. Deep cut going straight away. Oh, bit of a misread.
Oh, Bevan making sure though. Maybe giving up a few yards.
Yeah. Unlike the GB team, the French team have a kind of 2-year thing going on with this national squad. So they've been playing together for the last 2 years.
Yep.
And I think all the French teams are doing this to really try to develop some chemistry.
Yeah, there is actually, it's actually started this year, this mixed team of trying to make that similar sort of idea of playing together over a number of years. So that has only started with this campaign though, in preparation for Worlds and further. So now Vile on the disc after that French turnover. Gets it to Alpern, who goes high and makes sure. Alpern back around to Vile. Vile to Bevan, but a travel called. I'm not so sure about that actually. It looked like he had that back foot down quite hard, but Liam may be disagreeing with me here.
Yeah, a tough one to call. Don't necessarily think a bad travel call by any means.
No, not the worst. Definitely seen a lot worse travel calls.
According to our clock, time is now over.
Violation called.
Violation?
Huh? Hey, I didn't say violation. Violation. We're back in. Vile breaks to White. Doesn't like Swan for the goal. Oh, Alpern clogs slightly.
Oh.
Takes on a lefty and it goes to no one. France now will go work it up.
Yeah, Erman now at the disc. The French look a lot more comfortable when Erman is regulating this offense. Moving upfield, oh, and another wibbly wobbly catch there from the French.
Yeah, that's another drop.
Can't be doing that.
Timeout called by Vile. Does he have any in the cap?
As far as I know, you're allowed to call them in the cap.
Yep, fair enough. One of those rules you don't see very often, so I always forget whether it's being used or not.
Yeah, we're using with the championship rules, and you can call the timeout in the cap.
Rain has started to fall a little bit here. Just a bit of spitting. Of course, everyone running away immediately, coming back a few rows. So timeout call GB. Currently up 15-11. Go to Twitter. Oh, great. A fun fact from Nick Moss. Robert White is the prettiest guy in UK Ultimate. I'd like to not agree with that.
Well, you play in UK, don't
Exactly.
you? Exactly. Of course. Obviously, I'm in the Republic of Ireland, so it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah. So thanks, Nick, for that.
Who has the best hair in UK Ultimate is what I want to know, Nick Moss. Who's the best hair?
Hair?
Best hair.
Facial or just hair on head?
Hair on a head.
Hair on head. All right then, Nick. I'll let you do that research. And a little comment back from Ali Smith saying the best mix handlers she's ever played with are Rob Whitehouse and Twig. Twig, a previous Cambridge player. They just see space and someone who can run.
Wow.
I've also played with Whitehouse, and yeah, he's a very good handler. He's here with the Open Masters team. So timeout over. This battle of the Channel, Great Britain versus France. Vile on the disc. Gets it to Alperin. Alperin calls foul. Back in on 0. Alperin in. Another call. Yep, another foul call or contact. French defender not happy with that, but uncontested. And we're back in again. Goes down the line to Vile. Oh, and under a lot of pressure from 2. Takes the grab, swings it to Alperin, gets it to Bevan. Vile now on that near sideline. To Bevan. Vile streaking across. Bevan doesn't like that, but breaks to Vile instead. With a lovely dish. Oh! That was definitely behind her. And both players down, discussing whether that was a foul or not.
Yeah, lying down, working on their tans there. Unusual for discussions to take place while lying on the ground. I don't know if they're hurt or just...
No call. Turnover.
The French pick up. Paul Escaton with the disc. Not much options down the field. Throws the hook up. This one on a plate again for the French. Pushing up the field. They need to score. Anselon with the big hammer to the back. Oh, and can't be gathered up, and there's a call.
Instantly contested by Bevan.
Yeah, maybe want to discuss that one a little more, the two players. I think Bevan had made his mind up about the contest. But a difficult one to make. Anselon again, hard side end zone. Moving it up. Oh, and not a good catch there by the French. They needed that one, and it goes begging.
That's like the third drop they've had this set of points now. France not really firing on all horses at all. Alperin picks it up now on this far sideline, right on the corner of the end zone. She goes big. Can Biggood reel it in, or White, or the French player instead?
Anselon picking up the scraps. Getting his French offense moving quickly. Oh, Nobbs getting it there. Looking at the open side, driving upfield. A good poach there! Great defense by the British player.
That's Rob White, yet again, sitting in that lane. An injury call. And a confusing whiff of hand signal there. I'm not sure he's done the right one. But White has been replaced by Colt Hammer. VAR goes to pick up. Some good D there by GB. swings it to Colehammer. Centres to Bevan. Gets it to Vile. Oh, he slips. He did have a deep option. Oh, Devon had his hand out for the reset. And a miscommunication means that France now with the short field.
Ehrman picking up this disc. The maestro, what can she do? Not much options for a downfield. Not looking impressed. Takes the easy swing. Bevan poaching in the lane there. Has proved effective for the British so far. The French walking this one closer to the end zone. Antoine back. Ehrman commanding her players what to do. Oh, and a hand block there from Bevan.
Yeah, Colehammer going deep straight away to Vile. Oh, he was hoping that the French player had misread it.
Yeah, Paul Lescaton just throwing his claws up in the air, getting a fingertip to that. Keeping the French in this game.
Yeah, we're already 10 minutes overtime here. But as far whoever scores this will decide whether it's a game to
this going up
16 or 17.
It's sailing through the air. It could be pitch perfect. Unreal throw and grab from France. A buttery biscuit flying high into the sky and reeled in by Antoine.
And I believe that means it's a game to 16.
Yeah, I think you're right there, David. The French have a bit more confidence in their waddle right now. It's what they need. Big ask to score 4 points on the trot now, though.
This is potentially the last point of the game. GB can hold their muster, take their time. And punch this in. And here's the pull it up. France here again, pulling near the brick and between the brick and half. Dathan goes deep immediately to Turner, and it's a goal and the win for GB.
Tip my hat to GB for that play there.
Or is it? Maybe we're wrong yet again.
French players are frozen like statues down the field.
We thought they were going to the line, but they were just disappointed. GB with the win there. 16-12. And what was a very hotly contested game until I'd say the end of the second half there, where GB were able to take a few breaks and France just didn't have an answer for that strong defense and that slick offense.
Yeah, probably the best play we've seen on this show field from that GB team. Scarily good. I love this, watching this replay, right into the disc and just jacking it. The French caught sleeping.
Well played, GB. But still think the French should be proud of the way they played. We'll now see their women's team taking on Germany in the next stream game. I think that's at